and good morning, everybody. How are you today? I'm going very well. The heat wave's passed and we've got a lovely 25 degrees today. I think it will get to 28 maybe. So, and a lovely cool breeze blowing through the house. The brain works when it's not quite so hot. So I've been so busy this week. I've had 4 workshops and a private sewing lesson. So I haven't had a chance to sit down and do anything. So I'm doing it now. So we are going to be making Mila's 18th guest book. And I was speaking to my brother, as you know, lives in Vietnam. And Mila is turning 18 next month and we're all flying over to celebrate because, you know, any excuse for a holiday. And and he said to me, oh man, can you do one of those books like you did for our wedding and with photos from you and Mila and the family over the years? And I thought, we're going over there in just a little bit more than 30 days. And I thought, I am not going to be able to fill up a whole scrapbook. I spoke to him again and I said, you realise it took me over 6 months to do your wedding one. And so I said, how about I make a guest book? So he goes, oh, I said, I also did that for your wedding, actually wedding. And I got everyone to sign a page and then we put photos and he goes, oh, that's a great idea. So I'm going to make a book. We've got approximately 30 guests, give or take. And I thought, well, without wasting paper, if I just used a piece of A4 here, because that's our standard in Australia, that's what will go through the printer, fold it in half. And I've got the measurements there in inches for people who don't do centimetres there. And so that when it's folded in half, it becomes an A5. So that gives me 4 pages, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll need about, so I've got 32 pages if I use 8 sheets of paper. So I'm going to make it with you. We're going to decorate the pages so each page will have like a little photo mat, and I have to write on, a photo will go here, and then there'll be room for everyone to write a message to Mila at her birthday party. So I thought we'd start today by making a cover. Now I was going to start from scratch, and then I looked over at my bookshelf of secondhand books that I've been collecting so that I can use, and I went, no, let's find a book. So I've got this one and it's perfect width, so because you can see I was working out the size of my covers, but I've just got this one, so I'm just going to go yep. And this will give me, if I center it like that, I can put trim down the bottom and it's not going to come out too far, trim at the top and at the sides. So she is into like the boho vintage stuff. So I went through my material and I found this, and I think it might have been from my mum's because I never buy brown stuff. And I thought I love the flowers, and they're sort of almost a paisley. So we're going to cover with this. I was originally going to have a 1-inch spine, but this one is 3.5 centimetres, or just a tad over, or say 1 1/4, close enough to. That will be fine. And it means that I can put, really stuff it with dimensional embellishments and things like that. So that's cool. I'm not sure. Well, so we'll just do the cover. I'm going to gut the book and we're going to put the cover on. I'm not going to do the inside yet because I'm not sure how I'm going to sew the signatures in. So this one is just going to be gutting and covering. I've pulled out a whole heap of lace because I think we'll put lace on the spine. But we'll see what it looks like once we've done it. Sure, let's get cracking. Crack-a-lacking. I hope you're all really well. And, oh, this is going to be an easy one because it's an old book. It's already ripped. So I can just not cut my finger. That would be good. Leave the finger intact. It's got that, I can feel when I'm cutting, it's got that, I don't know if you can kind of see it, like a webbing there. Might be better with scissors so that I don't cut the spine accidentally. We don't want that. I'll just pull it out. There we go. Oh, now we're getting there. Almost. Oh, you can see now the it looks like gauze, but of course it's a lot stronger. There we go. In fact, Kate from Pixie K Designs in New Zealand, I've just ordered some vintage, well, I can't remember what it's called, but it's this bookbinding gauzy stuff. So I can't wait for that to get here. Right, let's pull that right out of the way. And now this is actually, it's got some beautiful and it's not shiny, so I definitely will be using the insides of that. I keep these pages because I print on them or just use them to go on the back of tags and things, which you would have seen me do that a number of times with the tags we just finished. I've got a big pile of them up here. Right, let's neaten this off a little. There we go. Send it back. Right. I'm going to run a bit of glue down there because we'll just, and I'll put some stuff on to reinforce it over the top as well, but for the moment I want to just down where it's come apart. It's obviously been that way for a while because it doesn't want to. Oh, there we go. Keep that original. This side, oh no, this side is the same. Okay, run a bit of glue under there. And even though we're going to be going over this, I'm just going to excellent. Oh, look at all that. Dust from the old books. Okie dokie. Now I have got a, you can still see I've got gold leaf stuck to this because I didn't get out my glue mat. So let's find the end of this fabric. Here we are. goodness, there's lots of it. And it's directional, so that means that the print has got it's a one-way direction. So I have to go like this. I'm going to give myself extra, just so that I don't.
I had one.
Oh, excellent. Thanks. He's just got back from the hardware store. Right. Might even sew a little drawstring pouch out of this for it to go in, because there's a fair bit of fabric and that's it'll just be cute. Right. So I'm just going to be using just cheap PVA craft glue. But do you know what I am going to do? I'll turn the camera off, I'll be right. I'm going to iron it so that I don't get this big crease and stuff. So I'll be right back. Right, that's better. No creases. This is a cotton and it's almost like a twill, which they don't make anymore, but who knows how old this is. Right. I know it doesn't matter because I'm covering this up, but I still want to make sure that this is the front, this is the back. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it, do I do it bit by bit? No, I'm going to glue over the whole lot. Ah, there we go. Yay! So the beauty of using the PVA is that the fabric then actually becomes like the actual book fabric that you can get, which is heinously expensive and usually only in plain colours. So this way I need to go right to the edge. And off. I don't know if you can see, I can see where I haven't put it with, if I hold my head at the right angle, I can see the light shining on the glue. I was teaching the little mini watercolor book that I came up with this week at a library out at Elizabeth, which is about a 40-minute drive from here. And oh my gosh, the ladies loved it, but I had to laugh. There was a lady there, not much younger than myself, and she's we got to where we were going to be doing Coptic and stitch and kettle stitch in the spine, and she's going, I just have to let you know, this is the first time I've ever threaded a needle in my life. She goes, I don't sew. If something needs mending, it goes to someone else to be mended. It was funny, but she sewed it, and she was amazed with herself that she'd actually did it. I'm just making sure that's fairly evenly spread, because if you have lumps in there, you'll see it through the fabric. I'm thinking that I might have to take some of that off. But it will, excuse me, a pool of it in the gutters. So I am taking my time to make sure that I've got it everywhere. I also find that just waiting for just a bit, see how it settles, and then I know if I need to spread it out anymore. And it gives it a chance to be slightly tacky, because you've got plenty of time with the PVA for it to dry. So it's not like using art glitter glue or the Helmar 450 or the Aleene's tacky or something. You've got a lot, so you've still got more there, excess. Right, and that's nice and even with no ridges. Excellent. Right, let's do it. Starting in the center, really rub it into that spine gutter, and I can smooth it from the center out. So if you were doing this and you wanted to make it look like a really old book, you could actually put little bits of string under there to get, you know, the old leather spines had the little ridges in them. There we go, that looks nice and smooth. And yep, see, and it's going to fold beautifully. Nice. It feels nice. Something or something underneath. No, it's me. Right. Now, we need material scissors. We need to cut this off. I like to leave a fair little bit for my, oops, sorry, someone's obviously walked past. How dare they? Is that right, Teddy? How dare they walk past your house? Oh dear. Oh. Okay. So I'm going to do the side. No, I'm going to do the top and the bottom first. Because I can actually see in these corners with the original book cloth was the top was done first and then the side came in. So we'll do the same. So now Jennifer's busy talking to her boyfriend, so she won't hear me, but her 25th birthday is in about 3 weeks, just before we go over to Vietnam for her cousin's 18th. So I'm also going to make one for her. But I'll have to do it at, like after she's gone to work, and that she works like 4 till 9. So I'll be doing another one with Jennifer's colourways. I'm just putting that excess glue up the top there. So we'll do 2 at once, but so she doesn't know. Okay, it's our secret. Don't tell her. I want to make sure I've got, especially on this spine bit, because of course this part here, the gutter, is just book cloth. There's nothing else in there, so that's like the weak link. I'm going to use the other end of my spreader brush and put that right in there. Nice. Just turn it around. Same on this side. So spreading actually on the inside doesn't matter so much because it's going to get covered with the end papers, but you just get better adhesion. So I still spread it out, but I'm not quite so fussy as I was on the cover. And you can see I put a little thin line down so I get the right on the edge of the book gets all glued as well. Those bits off because you will fill them through the end papers, no doubt. Stuck to my fingers. Nice. Okay, one end. Now I'm going to put a little bit of glue under the fold because I want to make sure that folds and gets right down flush. Push it right in so it's around the edge of the cover. See? It's like wrapping a present. And remember, you're only going to end up seeing a little bit once we put the end papers on. Oh, no glue at all there. Right on the edge where we need it the most. Goodness. Right. And look at those beautiful, neat corners. Lovely. They're a little bit bulky, but that's because the original book corners are quite bulky. This last side, bit in there, bit in there, along there while we're here. Not quite as good with my left hand, but that's okay. Stay. get any glue? I didn't go up that far. A little bit more. There we go. And if you, so there we go. And that's how neat are those corners. They look great. Nice. So there's our book. And I will let that dry, but then what I will actually do, and to really strengthen the cloth, the fabric, to make it more like book cloth, I'm actually going to put PVA on the outside, and I will do that before I do anything else, because that way it can dry and it can stretch through the creases. Actually, normally I wait till it's dry, but let's do it now so you can see. Because book cloth is, it's not glue in the fabric, it's more like, it's almost like a wheat, you can actually do it with a wheat starch. I've seen a recipe with a wheat starch. Now don't take too long. If you see, oh, I left those lines there too long. That's okay, I'll put it on here. So I want this to be saturated, okay? You can see all my lines, but when I come back at the end, I will use a credit card, gift card, credit card thing, and we'll scrape it to make sure that any excess is not there. And you can even do this a couple of times to make sure that you can see where it's gone in and where it hasn't. So I want it to soak right through the fabric. Oops, see, it's got like a bit that's just resisted. Resistance is futile. Sorry. Just come out with weird stuff all the time. Let's get the gift card in. Look at that. So now you can't see any of the lines. Just run my finger around the edge. It's nice and smooth and even. Oh, is it there? How can I do all of that and still not get some right on the edge of the cover? Unbelievable, Mando. You can actually see it because it's kind of lighter where the glue hasn't gone in. Right, back like this. Smooth it out. Right, let's do this side. So you need more glue than you think, but then you end up scraping some off. But I mean, that little bottle is like not even $2, so it's better to use that than your art glitter glue that is really, really expensive. Oh, thanks, darling. The other reason I want to do this to the cover is that living in Vietnam, it needs to be all sealed. The humidity there, it could just ruin the whole lot. So, look like it's all covered. So I've got the edges this time. Okay, we'll do this center. Get it all in. Because essentially what I'm doing is I'm pressing it through the weave of the fabric to the book cover, original book cover. So by using the card, I'm pressing it right, like it's really becoming one with the original book cover, which is why a lot of this is coming up, back up through the weave of the fabric. Nice and even. Now I'm not too worried about the spine because, as I said, we'll get some lace onto it. But I'll still do it because it will protect the fabric. We don't want the fabric to rot in the tropics. That would be terrible. Right. I'll use my finger for this bit. Rub it all in. Right. I should go rob a bank now. It's all over my fingers. Did you ever do that at school? Because of course when we had the old PVA in the bottles and you put it on and peel it off. It's so satisfying, isn't it? All right, now that's drying a bit. Let's, I can use this skinny bit. Just make sure that that's gotten right through to the book underneath. And I think it definitely has. That is well adhered. There's no way that is ever coming off again. Okay, now while that's happening, let's have a look at our lace. I'll just move the whole thing because of course it's covered in glue. Just one side, and so I've pulled out some thicker laces. Let's put some of the those over there, put these over here. Let's get them all away, out of the way. I don't know where I've done the lid with I'll leave that up there, out of the way. Ruler away. Right, now we've got some room. So we've got here this beautiful lace. It's all gluey. I love this one, but I'm thinking that might not be quite as, might not be wide enough. And then there's this one, but this one has got the scallop on that side and it's flat on that side. So we have to audition them, don't we? Let's just start holding it kind of in the air. No. Okay. So this time someone's actually come in the house. Not just some random person walking past. I like that, but it's kind of not wide enough. Oh, that's my favourite one, but it would only just come over. Oh. Really loving that one. No, they look like weird eyes. Snake eyes or something evil. It might have to be this one. These are all vintage laces. Yep. Like I said, this is my favourite one, but it's just not wide enough. Can't do two, could we? Could we do two? Would that be weird? If we did double, that's slightly different colour. Ooh. Okay, let's do it. One of the things I've been trying to do is not procrastinate so much. I don't know if you do that. It's like, and you try this, and then you try that, and you go back to this one, and it's just like, you're taking so long to do your stuff. Just do it. And usually what you come up with first is what you end up with. You go around and round in all these circles. I think that will work. Do I put a bit of ribbon down the centre of it? Ooh. Yes, we should. And also, I could, because if I make sure that that's at the top, that ribbon could come out and become like a little ribbon bookmark. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera off because I have to go and find ribbon because that's something that I haven't unpacked yet. So I'll be back. Okay, here we go. I haven't got all of my ribbons out. I've only got a few of these sewing drawers on the shelf. Just grab this one out because these few here, I can even get them out. Oh, it's stuck into the bottom. That one, which is the perfect width, the yellow, but I don't really like. Oh, I see why they're not coming out. They're stuck in a little. That must have been how I bought it. Oops. I bought it. No, not the yellow. That's not doing it for me. And then there's the velvet. Oh. They both look nice because they're... Which... Let's put some through and see. I know I said I wouldn't procrastinate, but I've already narrowed it down to 2, and now we're auditioning. Oops, twisted that completely. That might not, it's not going to sit all that well. What about this end? This is going to go in and sit perfectly. Might be this one. And like I said, they're very similar colour. Yep. Although I don't mind that one squished through. Oh, I know I said I wouldn't procrastinate, but I don't know which one to choose. Oh no. I am in a dilemma now. I'd have to ask Jennifer's opinion. She'll say that one because she likes to be neat and orderly. Oops, come through. I think I like that because I like the texture of the velvet going in and out. Going with the velvet because that's the one I like. Right, well, we'll keep on threading this through then. I'm sure I could find a nice bead that I can pop onto the end. So we'll need to go I want it for the bookmark as well. We'll need to go, I need to come out about there, that far. Right. I shan't cut it yet, just to make sure. I know I'm not going to get into my stuff before we go away, but when we come back I am going to get stuck into the mountain, and when I say mountain I truly mean mountain of packing boxes with all of my stuff in it, so that I can purge what I don't need and find a home for what I do need, and have everything here in my room that is a third of the size of the old room, which is that's the one of the problems. So we have to finish on an out so that it can then go into the book. Now, is that enough? Yes, yes it is. Right. No, I like that. I like the way it goes. Right. So now I think I should use the fabric. I've got any. Where did I put it? Oh, hold on. It's in with my workshop stuff because I used it on Wednesday. Do the spine, stick it into the gutter, and then I can come in and to the edge. I think that will be a better idea. And I'll still use my spreader to spread it out just so that it's even. And that way you don't get little lines, or you can feel them more than see them. Right, let's get our lace. I said that is the beauty of this lace, is there's no right or wrong side. That's my center, and which is about there. I'm going to cut that bit off. Does that look about right? No, it doesn't. It's the beauty of the tacky glue, is at least you can move it around. That looks better. I want that right, because if I don't go into the gutters, it won't be able to fold properly. Now let's just get that on. I've gone over longer this side just to get that tacky bit off, which will go into my little scrap box and will get used on a cluster or something. Right, nice. So now what I can do is I can do a little line, and then I can get to the edge, the scallopy bit, by just going under. Make sure that's stuck right into the gutter. I don't want to pull it out. it's kind of sticky because of the PVA, but not enough. Just, oh gosh, that bit really wants to stay with me. There we go, got rid of it. See, I'm really getting into that little gutter. I know this is the back, but it needs to get in there. Get in there. Get in there, I say. Nice. Okay. And then the same. So this one I am going to just, I'm going to have trouble spreading it. So that's all right. We'll do what we can. And some of that, it's soaking through into the holes of the lace. Okay, we'll spread it as best as we can. I have to be gentle because I don't want the lace underneath to move too much. Yes. We want that bit. That bit needs to be right on the fold over. There we go. Right. I'm liking it. Push that in. It's getting harder to push it in now, of course, because I've got all these layers. This may be easier with this little E. Once this is completely dry, I will come back, and any that aren't stuck right down, I can just give a bit of a touch up. Right. Now I'm going to cut that a bit shorter. Go into my, okay, let's turn you over. Teddy, what are you doing, darling? Okay. I'm just going to turn the whole board around. I think that would be easier. This goes up to about there. I'm putting a fair bit of glue because it's going to be thick, and you don't need to be really well stuck. Okie dokie, artichoke. Oh, I can see that that's not stuck very well. Oh, that's because the velvet's stuck, but the lace isn't stuck. There we go. Right. Let me squish my fingers off so I don't get glue marks on there. We'll have a look, and then I'll be leaving it to dry. I can't do any more with this until it's all completely dried, but let's have a little look-see. Oh yes, I'm liking that. Oh, I can already see where I need to put some more glue, but that's okay. We'll come back and do that after, because I've got... I might turn this over. Oh no, that's dirty. No, it's not. That's good. So I'm going to have to leave that to dry. Keep that out of the glue. We don't want glue on the velvet ribbon. And when we come back, we'll put in some. I would have worked out what type of how I'm going to do the signatures, so then we can. I'll know whether I'm putting end papers in or whether I'm sewing it all and then putting it in paper. Thanks for being here this morning while I start this new project for my niece. You can join me. When will I do it? Oh, I might get some done. Not Sunday, I'm working all day. Maybe tomorrow. Otherwise it'll be Tuesday. And we'll keep working on this. And the other one for Jennifer, but we're not telling her, right? Right. It's our secret. Yours and mine. Excellent. Anyway, please like my video, subscribe to my channel, because that helps me to keep on bringing you more crafty goodness. And I will see you next time. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Toodles.